Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. Today we are going to be doing 4 looks with one palette, and we're going to be doing a deeper dive into the Blend Bunny Haunt Me palette, which looks a little something like this. Today I'm going to be using this quad right here, and I'm going to be doing some swatches with these darker colors in here because we want some answers. Because there are a lot of deeper shades in this palette, and we want to know, are these deep shades like all the same? I know we're gonna look at them. Let's do some hand swatches. I am going to take this shade Evoke, which I'm going to use today, and we're going to swatch it on the hand. Then we are going to swatch this color called Darkness, and we're going to swatch it here. So you see a little bit of difference here, and I'm just going on the top row here, and this one I used the other day. This is Bewitch. Then I'm going to go into this third row and swatch To the Grave, and swatch that here. Okay, so you can see there's some difference in undertones in these shades. And then I'm going to swatch Noir, which I think is the black shade in the palette. And then I'm going to swatch Ashes, which I used the other day when I did my first impressions on this video, which is up on my channel. Now you can see there are some differences in, this is like a dark gray color. This I think is the black. There are some differences in the shades, but are they really going to show up on your eyes when you eye swatch them? That is going to be the question. Now, I did use this shade in a look that I did in my first impressions video. And it was not a black color. It did come out a dark gray color. So that I can tell you, that much I can tell you. And now today we are going to use that first color called Invoke. And we're going to use Invoke, Echoes, Immortal, and Seance. All I need to do is get this eye, keep this eye from watering. So we're going to do 4 different looks with this palette. I have 2 different looks already in another video. And we're going to start with this Immortal color, which is kind of a greeny gray color. Greenish gray color. Oh, very pretty. I think it also depends on your skin tone, how these shades are going to show up on your skin. we're gonna see how these do. Okay, then we've got kind of a lighter greenish, grayish color. I've been wanting to play with these colors, these shades. This one is called Echoes. This is a beautiful color. I love this shade. This is just a beautiful, beautiful palette for this cold January weather. I'm just putting some on my lid. Oh, that came out really well. Okay, now we're going to try that Invoke. I'm going to tap it off. See, I don't think this was that much different than the Ashes color. I don't think this is much different from that Ashes color at all that I used the other day. Which is just a dark gray color. This might have a little bit more green in it, but you're really not going to be able to tell on the eyes that much. This might come off a little lighter than that Ashes color. But I would say essentially that this palette could have been that this palette does have some repeating shades in it. I would say that. There are nuances in the shades, but I don't think they're going to show up on your eyes. Okay, I'm putting that Invoke in my lower lash line. Sorry if you can hear voices in the background. We've got people talking. Okay, now for this shade seance. I've been looking forward to this shade. All of the shimmer shades are definitely different from one another. This is definitely more of an ethereal kind of shade, not so opaque like that silver shade was. But that's okay. It looks nice. There are some more satin-like shades in here, like this red shade. But this is beautiful. I think this look is beautiful. Okay, I'm going to go put on some mascara, clean my brushes, maybe put some eyeliner on. I'm not sure. Not sure yet. Maybe, maybe not. Anyway, I'll be right back. Okay, and this is the look for this first look that we've got going on here. Yeah, I really like it. Really like it a lot. And I'll show you the shade I used again. I used, yeah, this quad right here. And the colors that I am saying are the same as this shade here and this shade Ashes here. These two shades. This one might be a little lighter than this one. This one I think is a little darker. But yeah, if you want something a little darker, this, but I think they're essentially the same shade. Essentially the same shade, but this one is a little darker. It comes off a little darker. So those are the two shades that I'm comparing today. So yeah, I would say definitely the same shade. This one is just a little bit lighter. So, okay. So, but I love this look here that I did today. The other look I did was, I know I did use these shades here, and I think I used some of these shades around here. Yeah, like these shades here with this shade here. Yeah. So tomorrow I think I will use these shades, these brown shades here, and I will compare this brown shade here and this brown shade here, Bewitch with To the Grave. So we will take a look at those two colors there. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to look number 2. Okay, now we are on to the second day, and I am going to use this quad right here. But first, we're going to take this shade, which is called To the Grave, on my index finger, and this shade here called Bewitch on my middle finger. and we are going to swatch these. So this is To the Grave, and this is Bewitched. And though To the Grave seems to be a little darker and have a little darker undertone, and Bewitched seems to be a little lighter, I would say, probably when you put it on your eye. I don't think they would make that much of a difference on your eyelid. I think it's a very slight difference. Probably a very slight difference. I don't know. Maybe if you were a makeup artist, these colors would make sense to you. But as like an everyday user, maybe not. Okay, I'm going into the shade Hallowed. And I am not a makeup artist, by the way. I just know how to do makeup on my own eyes. On my own face, that is. I'm going into the shade Hallowed. And just putting this in my crease. So I think they could have come up with a lot more different shades for this palette than they did. I am going to be ranking my palettes that I get this year so that I can probably do an end of year ranking with my palettes. And I am ranking them on overall quality, ranking them on their mattes, ranking them on their shimmers, ranking them on my personal feelings on the palette. And one other thing. There was a fifth thing, or is that 5 things? There was a fifth thing. Oh, color story and theming. And I add all those up and get a number out of 50. I know this palette I've already ranked this palette, and it got a 43 out of 50. The matte's got a 10 out of 10. But the color story and theming, although the theming I love, but the color story brought it down to like a 7 because there's just so many shades that are the same. Okay, I'm going into the grave. I feel like color story and theming should be 2 different ones, but I made it into one category. The shimmers I gave an 8, I believe. And overall quality, I gave a 9. personal excitement, personal enjoyment, I believe I gave an 8 or a 9 because I really did enjoy this. So whatever that adds up to get a 43. Oh, this is beautiful. It just really lost points in the color story. Of course, I'm not done using this, but I went ahead and ranked it because I have used this like 3 or 4 times already. Okay, I'm going into the grave. That sounds ominous. Loving how this looks. Now I'm going into chamber. The shimmer right here. It's very dark shimmer. Very dark look. Okay, just gotta clean this up a little bit around my nose area where I got some fallout. And I'm gonna put that Woman in White color in my inner corner. That's been a good inner corner to highlight color. It's been more opaque than I originally thought it was. Okay, so this is the look so far. I am going to go clean my brushes and put on some mascara, and I will be right back. Okay, this is the final look that we've got going on here. Make sure it's all cleaned up. Just get the little pips and bobs cleaned up. Now this is why I gave it a personal enjoyment number of 9, because of looks like these. I did recently declutter a bunch of my palettes, got rid of a bunch of unneeded, neutral palettes, because palettes like these will give me the exact same look, and I want to keep palettes like these around. Palettes like this one around for these nice neutral looks. Palettes from brands that I really like and trust, instead of palettes that are just mid-quality. And so that's why you'll be seeing a lot of just mid-quality palettes in my declutter. So that'll be coming up on Sunday. I might film it today, but it will be coming up on Sunday. So today is Tuesday, And we've got 2 more looks coming up. So what are the looks that we are going to do? I might do kind of a black and white look tomorrow. Might do that with this quad right here tomorrow. So we might do that. So let's go ahead and move on to look number 3. Okay, on to day number 3. So we are going to play with some black and whites. So we are going to use this quad right here. So we are going to play with these 2 colors here and see if there is any difference between these 2 colors here. Let's go ahead and swatch these 2 colors. I need to go ahead and wipe my hands off. I have some makeup on them. Sorry about that. But yeah, I have some big news that I want to share, and I'll probably share it again when I do my get ready with me for work. So you'll have to bear with me when I do, if you watch this and my get ready with me for work. But there will probably be some scheduling changes coming up because I am going to be changing my schedule at work. I am going to start working the graveyard shift at work now that Curtis is gone. I'm pretty sure he is gone for good. I'm going to be taking over his schedule, and he has some supervisor shifts, so I'm going to be taking over those supervisor shifts and making some more money at work by working the graveyard shift. To be honest with you, this is something that I kind of needed because I've been facing some burnout at work. Let's go ahead and swatch this Noir and Ashes color. This is Noir and this is Ashes. Those are kind of similar to each other, so I think I'm going to use this shade Veiled instead. Yeah, I think I'm going to use Veiled instead in my crease. Because Ashes is just too similar to Noir. I've been kind of feeling burnt out, always doing the early mornings. Schedules. Okay, I'm going into that Veiled. I could really, and I thought maybe going on vacation would help with my burnout. But then coming back and having to do that audit really didn't help. And I'm feeling more burnt out than ever. And I think I just really need a change in schedule. So I'm hoping this will help. Plus, I kind of hate being there during the day when everyone else is there. All the techs and everything. I'm hoping being there at night when no one else is there will be nicer. Okay. Then I'm going into Woman in White. It's the white shade, obviously. And I think I might use Ashes instead of Noir. I don't think I want a completely black look in my outer corner. Did I do this look already? When I was doing my first impressions, I'll do another red look tomorrow. Okay, I'm going into Ashes. Well, wait. Wait. Yeah, definitely Ashes. I think I used this when I was doing my red look. I think I used Ashes when I was doing my red look last time. I think that's what it was. So anyways, I'm hoping this new schedule will help change things up a little bit. Make things a little bit more interesting. But I don't know what my filming schedule will be like going forward. I start my new filming schedule. I start my new working schedule Thursday night. This video will go out Thursday morning. It's scheduled. I don't know when my Friday Get Ready With Me will go out. Okay, I'm going into Shroud, this silver shade. love this silver shade. Love how everything kind of turns kind of a blue, kind of a grayish blue. Okay, very nice, very nice. I'm gonna go off, kind of clean this up a little bit, put it on my mascara, clean my brushes, and I will be right back with the final look. Okay, so this is the third look. I feel a little like these looks are kind of being repetitive. Now, I did do 2 looks with the first and second impressions, but yeah, this look kind of, I did this look here, okay, and then I did this look here, and then I used this shade, this shade, this shade, and this shade. Okay, so the looks are hauntingly familiar. Hauntingly familiar. Haunt me. And hauntingly familiar. So I'm not gonna lie, I don't think there's a lot of difference in shades in this palette. And I'm talking about even the lighter mattes too. I'm talking about there's a lot of difference in even the lighter mattes. So getting a lot of different looks from this palette is kind of hard. So I don't know, let me know what you think of this look. I really like this look, I'm not gonna lie. I'm really liking this palette. I'm loving the looks that I'm getting from this palette. It's just hard to get different looks from this palette. Because the mattes, they're all kind of looking the same. There's not a lot of nuance. They're all kind of looking different in the pans, but they're kind of looking the same on my eyelids. So I don't know, let me know what you think. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to look number 4. Okay, we are moving on to the last look, where I'm going to use these red colors. Well, I'm going to use this dark red here. I'm going to use this dark red here. I'm going to use this dark red, it's called Macabre. I'm going to use this brown color here called Hallowed. And I'm going to use this bone colored here called Bone Chilling. So we are going to use those, and we will see which. I want to use this Blood Moon color, but we will see. We will see. This red shimmer here. We'll see if that's what I end up using. We will see. Okay, I'm starting out with Hallowed and putting that in the crease. So I just want to make a look that looks different. It seems like look 1 and 3 look very much the same, with very little nuance in it. I guess I could have used that black color and made it a little darker looking yesterday. I want to see how this dark red turns out. I did make a look with the light red in it in the first and second impressions video. That turned out really nice. Okay, I'm going into this bone chilling color. Which is a light bone color. Very fitting color name, shade name. So I'm going into work for a partial day today. And then I'm coming home and taking a nap. And then I'm going to start my graveyard shift tonight. I'm going to try and film my get ready with me for work tonight before I go to work, so I can have it up in the morning. But if there is not a get ready with me on Friday morning, it will be Friday evening that it comes up. So just letting y'all know. I know that's not an ideal time for a get ready with me, but I am just working out the kinks of my schedule. I ordered that La Boheme palette from Nomad Cosmetics, and it said it was delivered, but I didn't get the delivery yesterday, so it was delivered somewhere else, and I'm hoping to try to figure out where it got delivered to. Okay, I'm going into that macabre color, that dark red. Oh, very beautiful. Very nice dark red. Blends in with that other color beautifully. Things I'm going to enjoy about working late at night: there won't be any people around. Won't be anybody disturbing my lunches, my breaks. That is one of the main reasons I'm gonna like working the night shifts. Okay. I'm going to clean up a little here. Okay, I'm gonna take this dark color called To the Grave and use it to go into my lower lash line. I'll probably use it as a liner shade too. Okay, let's take this Blood Moon color and put it, ooh, that feels very creamy. Let's put it on my lid. Things I didn't notice while I was swatching these shades. That this shade feels very creamy. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. What do we think of this look, you guys? I'm impressed. I'm going to put that Woman in White color in my inner corner. Drag it up a little bit. Then I'm going to take that To the Grave shade and just line it back here a little bit. Okay, I'm crying black tears. Why? I didn't use any black. Wow. Wowie, wow, wow. Okay, I'm shaking the table with my leg. What do we think of this look? I absolutely love it. Let me go put on some mascara, clean my brushes. I will be right back. Okay, this is the final look. I absolutely love it. Let me just do a little blend out here. A big blend is what I call it. Okay, let's go over this palette. I did give it an overall quality of 9. That's because I didn't love all the shimmers. So I gave the shimmers an 8. I didn't love all the shimmers. I didn't really love this shimmer right here. I didn't love this shimmer right here. I do love this shimmer right here. I'm glad I gave this shimmer a chance. That's what I have on my eyes right now. It's kind of a creamy shimmer. I didn't think I was gonna like it, but I really did. Okay, I need to start shaking the table with my leg. Okay, mattes, love the mattes, but I did give the Color Story a 7 because it is very repetitive in nature. A lot of the shades are very similar, but I do love the reds in this, and I love the browns, and I do love this little quad right here. I do love this shimmer right here, this silver shimmer. It is great. Love this red shimmer. I do love this blue gray shimmer right here. A lot of the other, and I do love this brown quad right here. This I do really like this red right here. This is kind of repetitive. This is kind of repetitive right here. This is kind of repetitive of this right here. A lot of the dark shades are repetitive of themselves. But I really do enjoy this bottom half right here, using this bottom half right here. And I do like this bone chilling shade right here. So, and I do kind of like this quad right here, but if I had to pick between this shimmer and this shimmer, I would pick this shimmer all day long. That being said, I did give this an overall quality of 9. Mattes, I gave it a 10. Personal enjoyment, I give it a 9 because it's not my perfect color story. It's not my perfect. I do love the theming. But it's just not perfect in my book. So with an overall score of 43 out of 50 in all those categories, so that is how I'm going to be ranking them. So all of the new palettes that I get this year, I'm going to be ranking like that, so I can do a year-end ranking this year of all my new palettes. And I'm saying new palettes, the palettes that come out this year. Like tonight, I'm going to be using the Vamp palette. I'm not going to be ranking this palette because it came out a couple of years ago. But this is the palette that I'm going to be using in tonight's look or tomorrow's look. It depends on when I get around to it. So we will see. We shall see, we shall see, we shall see. Okay, let me know what you think about this video. Let me know which look was your favorite look. Please give this video a thumbs up. Please leave a comment down below. I would love to hear your thoughts. Again, this is this look. And yeah, thank you for watching this far. Share with your friends if you think they would like it. Just do all the YouTube things. And I will see you in the next video. Okay, thank you so much. And I'll talk later. Okay, goodbye.